Are you thinking about buying a home? If you're a first-time home buyer or you haven't purchased in a while, there are some things you'll want to learn about the typical home buying process. Buying a home isn't an event, it's a process that takes time, depending on a lot of variables. The Highland Group can walk you through the basic steps of a typical home purchase. So let's get out the home buyer's roadmap. The first step is pre-qualifying. You need to get in touch with the local lender to be pre-qualified. Often this can be done over the phone. You need to know how much you can afford so that you're looking in the right price range. You also need to have that all-important pre-qualification letter from a good local lender when you find a home you want to make an offer on. Otherwise, a seller won't take you seriously. There are lots of lenders available and lots of different loan products. How does a buyer find the right lender? At the Highland Group, we have several trusted lending partners we recommend. We're very interested in making sure that our buyers find lenders with integrity and the highest of standards, as well as the loan programs that are the right fit. After a buyer gets pre-qualified, then we start searching in earnest. This is where an experienced buyer's agent is very handy, someone who knows the neighborhoods and the values, and someone who knows how to listen and help the buyers hone in on what they really want. At the Highland Group, our 20-plus years of experience and knowledge of the neighborhoods is key to helping buyers find their home. Then, when we find the right house, we make an offer. There are several things to consider when making an offer, more than just price, although that's usually the major consideration. The contingencies that go into an offer can be many. The time frame is one. It helps to know the seller's motivations. Maybe they need time to find another home, or maybe they've already left and need to settle as quickly as possible. Another issue is closing cost help. Does the buyer need it? And does the seller have enough room in their price for a contribution? The Highland Group will take care to explain and educate buyers on the ins and outs of the MAR contract. We'll make sure you craft a strategy that includes your top priorities. It's very important that your buyer's agent have good negotiation skills. At the Highland Group, we understand that we're negotiating on your behalf to get you the best possible price and terms. The best negotiations usually end in a win-win, when everyone walks away satisfied that their priorities were met. The negotiation might go back and forth a time or two before the buyers and sellers come to what we call a meeting of the minds. When you have ratified contract, then the clock starts ticking. The first paragraph of the MAR contract reads, "Time is of the essence," which means contingencies have due dates. The buyers then make their formal loan application. This usually involves paperwork and documentation. Be sure to get your lender everything they need as quickly as possible. Next, we schedule the necessary inspections. You may opt for a home inspection, which is always a good idea. Your lender will require a pest inspection. Other possibilities are radon, well and septic if necessary. Again, we have a list of professionals that we can count on to do a good job for you. When the results of these inspections come in, there will often be more negotiations. We've found that it's important for both buyers and sellers to be flexible. Somewhere along this time in the process, the lender will order an appraisal to determine the value of the home. A buyer is wise to include an appraisal contingency in their offer, so that if the appraisal is not what they expected, either too high or too low, the terms can be renegotiated, or in the very worst case, a buyer can back out. Once the buyer has loan approval, and when all contingencies have been met, the transaction goes to underwriting. When that final approval happens, then we all go to settlement. And if everyone does their job well, settlement should be smooth. At the Highland Group, we dislike drama in closing, and we put our team of experts to work for you, making sure you don't experience any. The typical process from contract to close usually takes 30 to 45 days, barring no complications. If in the off chance there are any complications, the buyers and sellers can sign an extension. So if a buyer has a move-in date in mind, they should start the process about 3 months prior to that. In the case of a short sale, the time frame should be longer. Looking online is a great way to familiarize yourself with the home values in various neighborhoods. Feel free to use our online home search at www.frederickrealestateonline.com. At the Highland Group, we specialize in information. Check out our blogs for more helpful information about the Frederick real estate market. The Highland Group has over 20 years of experience in the Central Maryland area. We'd love to go to work for you, helping you navigate the home buyer's roadmap.